Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Mandy with My Trainer Mandy, your holistic lifestyle, fitness, and nutrition coach. I'm coming to you live tonight. I want to talk to you guys about the full moon that is tonight. It is in Virgo. So we're going to be talking about your warrior energy and finding that energy within inside of yourself to support yourself in healing and moving forward in your life and letting shit go and just living your most optimal life that you possibly can. So once you tune in, do me a favor, comment below, say hello. And if you feel called to do so, then please share this video on your timeline for anybody else potentially that may be able to benefit from this information. So once again, tonight we're talking about the full moon in Virgo. I'm trusting I have a good connection. I'm actually coming to you live tonight from my naturopath's office. I actually tonight attended a drum circle. It was phenomenal. We did a bunch of different stuff there, and just the energy was wonderful, right? So the full moon energy already that everyone probably is feeling. If you are sensitive to energies or if you're aware of energies, then you're more than likely feeling something from the moon. And then we also did a drum circle where we were playing instruments, and it was just a whole lot of fun and just visiting and enjoying ourselves with other people. It was super peaceful. So hey, what's up, Carissa? What's up, Nancy? How are you ladies doing? I think I saw Bonnie Sue a second ago. Feel my love and appreciation for you ladies. Like I said, I want to jump on here really quick and talk to you about the full moon that we're experiencing right now. It is a full moon in Virgo, which is actually your warrior energy. So yeah, go ahead and comment below. Give me some thumbs up and some hearts if you're feeling any kind of effects from the full moon. Because I'd like to remind you guys that the moon has a lot to do with how we are going to feel physically, because we are about 65 to 70% water, especially depending on the size of your body. But if you think about the moon and how it has its effects on the ocean, right? So you have the waxing and waning of the moon, and then you have the high tides and the low tides of the ocean. So if you think about how it actually affects the oceans, of course it's going to affect our physical body, because we are, once again, mostly water. That's why also our thoughts are so powerful, because, you know, if you think about your thoughts and how your thoughts will affect water, or how thoughts affect water, and how, you know, we're made up mostly of water, and you think about our cellular fluid, etc. It really is a big deal to get your thinking and stuff under control. So I've talked about that a lot. So if you're unaware of that or you're unfamiliar with it, then just check out Bruce Lipton. He has a book, or I know for sure he has a book, but he has all kinds of stuff. It's called The Biology of Belief. And then also, if you choose, you can research Dr. Emoto. He's a Japanese scientist that basically proved the fact that how our thoughts are so powerful, and that they can literally, you can heal your body. You can transform your life. Our thoughts are that powerful. Let's see who's on here. Sarah says, serious shifts happen this afternoon that totally align with what this moon is aligned with. Yes, amen, sister. I feel ya. Hey, what's up, Monica? Thanks for tuning in, sister. Carissa says sadness. Yeah, so I'm meaning more from like a physical perspective too. Like a lot of times during a full moon, you'll feel more pressure. You might feel a headache. Your ears might feel a little bit stopped up. You may be a little bit more constipated. You might not be going to the restroom as well. You may have challenges too in the way that you're sleeping. It really just depends. There's also a electromagnetic, there's some storms and stuff happening like energetically. Also too, I'm very sensitive to all these things. So in fact, this past week, I didn't sleep a whole lot, and my energy levels were really, really high. So it's kind of cool, and everybody's different. It really just depends on what level you're at, kind of in terms of your awareness, and also how in tune you are with your body, like your mind-body connection and things like that. And also too, how open you are and willing to receive, certain things and energies, etc. So once again, I just wanted to, Jennifer Jackson says, I'm bloated. Yeah, that very easily could be the case for sure. Sarah says, I had a headache all week and was wondering why. Carissa, gassy stomach. Yeah. So obviously, once again, the moon and the way that it has its effects on the ocean, right? The high tides, the low tides, the waxing and waning of the moon, it has that same exact effect on us too physically. So just being aware of that. And also too, if you've been following me for a while, or if you're in my 4-day emotional detox challenge group, or if you're on any of my programs, and obviously, I'm really big into, talking about the moon, following the phases of the moon. And the full moon is actually the time that we get to let shit go. Like everything that is no longer serving us in our life, we get to release, and we get to let all that stuff go. And also this particular moon, once again, since it is in Virgo, it's representing your warrior energy, and it also represents your strength and your power. So I just invite you and encourage you to really tap in to your inner warrior. And when I say warrior, I don't mean like negativity and like you're ready to fight fight. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like inner warrior in terms of, your strength, right? Like, stand up for yourself, by yourself, and, take care of whatever's required being, taken care of. Let me see. Nancy says, I have a crick in my back, like right in the middle, but doing a detox bath after this. Yeah, detox bath definitely would be ideal. Also, remember, anytime you have anything going on with your back, it's because you're not feeling supported. So either you're not feeling supported by yourself, Nancy, you're not maybe feeling supported by your loved ones. It could be your partner. It could be your children. You could maybe possibly not even be feeling supported by your God, source, creator, and universe. So anytime you have something going on physically, I talk about this a lot, but it's so true. We actually break down energetically and emotionally before we break down physically. So anytime you have something going on that's a physical symptom, you can look at that and you can say, okay, what is this trying to tell me? So, I think I mentioned to you guys a lot as well about sacred body language, right? So our subconscious mind communicates with our physical body. So even when we are not consciously aware of something, it very well could be, our body has given us a signal. So if you know how to tap in and tune into those things, and often throughout the day, I do this a lot, and I invite and encourage you to do this as well, is that you stop and you take some deep breaths and you figure out how you are feeling and you check in with your body and you're like, okay, well, my stomach hurts. Well, what does that maybe represent? No, it's not because you had chips and salsa at lunch, because what it really means is that somewhere you're functioning out of fear. You're operating out of fear energy. So we hold fear and we hold grief here in our stomach area. And once again, anything with the back is either going to be like back and neck is going to be anger. And then also has to do, the back specifically has to do with not feeling supported in life. So those are just things that you can kind of check in and figure out maybe what is going on and what you can do to shift some of those things. Also too, I talk about that the chest here, like your heart, your chest and your throat, anything here, tightness, pain, anything like that is going to be sadness. So just getting clear on what's going on with that. Let me see who commented above. I saw something. Oh, hey, what's up, Linda Whitson? How are you? Monica says extremely tired. I'm not sure if that's one, but I'm extra tired. Yeah, very sure. Very possible, Monica, that it could be that, because once again, during the full moon, our bodies are hanging on to everything. So right now you may be feeling like more pressure. Your body's hanging on to a lot of stuff. You might feel bloated. You might feel constipated. You might be irritable. You might have a headache. You might have a lot of things going on with you. Michelle says, how do you learn sacred body language? That is a part of Mastery Systems. So if you're interested, check out masterysystems.com. This is something that I've been studying since March of 2015. I've done a lot of work with Bob, who is the founder of Mastery Systems. So if you're interested, check that out. And also, Michelle, I have a lot of videos about that in my 4-day emotional detox challenge group, which is a free group that I created for females only, because we honestly require detoxing ourselves emotionally. Like, everyone's like desiring to lose weight and get healthy, et cetera, but people forget about the emotional component and how a lot of times holding on to emotional baggage that can actually be stored and imprinted into us on a cellular level will actually be affecting us in the way that we're thinking and the way that we're operating in our life on a daily basis. So, hey, what's up, Rebecca Miller, Carissa, and Monique? Thank y'all so much for tuning in, ladies. So, yeah, once again, this full moon in Virgo, it represents your warrior energy. It represents your strength and your inner power. So we're not talking about warrior as if like we're about to go to war. We're literally talking about digging deep, okay, for yourself and by yourself to get clear on what potentially is going on in your life, where you're functioning at. So I took a couple notes here. Tap into your inner warrior that lives inside your heart. Like, how beautiful is that? So instead of looking outside of yourself for the answers or for a healer or for this or for that, right? Or instead of looking for other people to validate you, to love you, to make you feel important, to make you feel good about yourself. Like, stop doing all that, right? Turn within yourself, turn within your heart. And if you guys follow me, then you saw where I posted that picture of little Mandy. I guess it was about like last week or something. Yeah, I think it was last Friday. Not this past Friday, but the Friday before. I posted that picture of little Mandy. I didn't even have like my front teeth or whatever in that little picture. And I talked about like finding your inner child. So whether it's your inner boy or inner little boy or inner little girl, that we require really getting in touch and tapping and getting in tune with ourselves, because when we were little bitty kids like that, we were like little sponges. We were literally like absorbing everything. We're like little video cameras on legs. So when we were little children and we were absorbing everything, there's just no telling what we possibly could be operating out of nowadays, like how we are maybe functioning in our adult life, when really it's a result of what's going on in our subconscious mind. So there's been situations where I've talked to people that have health challenges and are going through things, And I talked to them about how specifically that we break down energetically and emotionally before we break down physically, okay? And there's a whole list of it. You know, there's an article. I've shared it many times here on Facebook. And sometimes people will possibly get offended at the fact that they're like, you mean I'm responsible for my whatever they have going on, whatever dis-ease they have going on. So if you think about the word dis-ease and you break it up and say dis, D-I-S dash E-A-S-E, what that really means is you are experiencing an imbalance in your body, right? An imbalance in your energy and an imbalance between your mind and in between your heart. So if you're not functioning in alignment right here with your mind and your heart, chances are you're going to have some physical symptoms showing up in the body. So when you can get really clear on these things and you can dig deep, you can heal yourself. So I have actually shared on a video my own personal testimonial. If you're interested in seeing that, then just go onto Facebook, use a little magnifying glass and search Mandy Fonville, how I overcame my health challenges. Or you probably could just say, you know, overcame health challenges. You don't have to put all the info, but either way, search for that video. And if you can't find it, send me a private Facebook message and I'll share it with you. I shared it on my timeline many a times. Many people have shared the video. It has a lot of views and it is really the hardcore truth about how I came to, you know, awareness in terms of my consciousness. And I recognized that I was causing myself my own health challenges, right? So dis-ease, your dis-ease in your physical body. Chances are 99.99999%, yes, that it is because of something you have going on subconsciously. And it is somewhere that you are operating, you know, emotionally, energetically, you have something going on there that's causing the dis-ease or the imbalance in the body. So someone may say, well, what does that mean? You know, I had an accident and I pulled my back out, or, you know, I stubbed my big toe. Well, to be honest with you, everything is translatable. So if you have something going on and you have an accident, think about what you were thinking about when something like that occurred, because chances are you actually created that somehow or another energetically. Okay. And I know sometimes it may be a little bit hard to wrap your head around, but it honestly is the truth. So even if intellectually you may or may not be aware of these things, then you just get to really dig deep and figure out maybe subconsciously where some of that may be existing. That's why affirmations and decrees, and like I said, the picture of that little girl where I was like, what would you do for a little boy or a little girl that was operating out of like fear and anger and frustration and anxiety, like that was scared, right? Think of a little child. Like, would you tell them, hush up, go to your room, be quiet? You know, what's wrong? Would you get upset with them? No. So don't get upset with yourself. Don't shut yourself down. Don't tell yourself that you can't feel your feelings. You know, if you require crying, then cry. Like, let it out, let it go. If you're angry about something, then feel anger, you know, don't take it out on other people. But if you require going and like punching a punching bag or punching some pillows or, you know, taking some kickboxing classes or doing something to express yourself and get that stuff out, then figure out a way to do that, because it really is important. And, you know, you don't want to go through your adult life for the rest of your adult life functioning out of something that's in your subconscious mind that potentially you're not aware of, or maybe you are aware of it and you just don't know how to resolve it. And so you keep stuffing it down, thinking that if you stuff it down and ignore it, that it's just going to go away. And it's not going to go away, guys. It will continue to fester until it manifests into physical symptoms. And I know because it happened to me and a lot of people that I support and coach, it's the same type of scenario, you know? So once you can like tap in and get in tune with those things, and you can, like I said, that little picture, you know, of the little boy or the little girl, you can write a letter to your little boy or little girl. You can also do another exercise where like at night you hold that little pillow and you pretend like it's little Mandy or whoever, right? Yourself, and you hold it. And what would you tell that little beautiful little boy or little girl that's feeling some of the things that maybe you're feeling right now in your adult life? You know, if it was a little boy or little girl, you know, chances are you're going to hold it and love it, and you're going to support it, and you're going to remind it that it's safe and that you're there for it, and that, you know, you're never going to leave it. Like all those very beautiful things that maybe we required hearing when we were little kids that we didn't hear, or maybe we did hear it, but we forgot it, right? And so instead of looking for everybody else in your life to fill that void for you, whether it's your husband, your wife, your kids, your best friend, you know, looking outside of yourself for validation, looking outside of yourself for someone to say, hey, you're amazing, you're awesome, you can do it, keep going. Like instead of waiting on somebody else to do that for you, this full moon right here gives you an opportunity to dig deep and get in touch with your inner warrior, your inner energy, dig deep in your own heart, right? And figure out what you get to do to step up to the plate in your own life to show up for yourself. So the question is, are you fully showing up in your life? Are you stepping fully into your power? Are you fully showing up in your life and being the best possible version of yourself? Are you? Like only you really know that. And I got to get really clear on that like back in March of 2015 when I really started learning more about consciousness. I became more aware, more awake. I started learning more about this stuff. I started taking classes, reading books, listening to audios, writing letters to myself, writing letters to other people that potentially I still required having forgiveness for, because forgiveness is a gift for us. Forgiveness doesn't serve the other person. They're not even necessarily aware of what's going on, right? So forgiveness is for us. Forgiveness is for you. So when you maybe have something going on and you're challenged with it, if you just write a letter to that person, you do not necessarily have to give it to them, but you can write the letter, you can fold it up, you can put it in your Bible, you can put it in your bed, you can put it in your journal. You can put it in a drawer, whatever you choose to do with it. You can burn it. You can tear it up. But this is not a letter to actually give to somebody. This is a letter that you're writing because you're choosing to free yourself and you're choosing to free up your own energy. It's really a beautiful thing. So the more that you get serious about how you are choosing to become the best possible version of yourself in your life, and you start digging deeper and doing different things, you will start uncovering layers, because we're like an onion. So it's like once you peel back one layer and you deal with it, then something else is going to show up and something else is going to show up. And that's okay, right? Life is a beautiful journey. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be progressive. It's meant to be a journey that we go along, that we learn more and more and more every single day about ourselves and about who we are and about what we choose and about what we desire. So stepping fully into our power. So like I said a second ago, it's time to let go of all that shit that no longer serves you. Let it go and release it. I encourage you tonight that if you can, get outside and do a full moon ritual. If you can get outside, if not, it's okay. You can still do it in your home. You don't have to be outside. But this is a great time because of the energies of the full moon. It's so powerful. This is really a great time for you to make this time for yourself and dedicate, tonight to yourself, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, and write a letter of the things that you're choosing to let go of that are no longer serving you. And if you can, go outside, do some earthing, okay? Sit on the ground, stand barefooted outside at the beach, wherever you are. Wow, I just think back to when I was in Florida and the beach. It was so powerful and so amazing to see the moon over the water and hearing the oceans or hearing the waves crashing in, standing in front of the ocean and having the sand beneath my feet and me just being able to crinkle my toes in the sand. And it was just wonderful. So, wherever you are, and you don't have to be, on the beach to do this, and you can even be anywhere, and you can be imagining that you're anywhere. So our imagination and our minds are so powerful. So whatever you choose to do that really allows you to get into alignment with your God, source, creator, universe, please insert, whatever word works for you. But get into alignment with your creator, because you, my friend, my brother, my sister, you're here for a freaking purpose. You're here. You are divine. You are here for a reason. Every single thing that you've ever been through in your entire life, all the experiences, everything added up, all of that is specific to you. No two people, of all the billions of people we have on this earth, no two people have the same exact lives. No two people, not even a twin brother or twin brothers or twin sisters or twin brother and sisters. No two people have the exact same experiences. So when you can really get clear on that and realize how phenomenal you are, like you're going to desire to become the best possible version of yourself. I literally have not drank alcohol in like a year and 2 months. Like seriously, that is a huge deal. I didn't have like big challenges with drinking alcohol, but at one point I realized I'm choosing to walk new. I'm choosing to become the best possible version of myself. I can't become the best possible version of myself if every time I feel some sort of emotion, I'm going to go and have alcohol. I started realizing that was what I was doing. And I was like, you know what? I choose to become a better version of myself. And so therefore, for me personally, I chose to give up alcohol. There's lots of other things, that I can talk about that I've done. I mean, I've healed my own body of my health challenges. If y'all haven't seen that video yet, you will see, and check the comments. There's literally handfuls of hair in the comments. There's pictures of this, right? I've been through so much stuff. I didn't have a period for 9 months. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I manifested the perfect little apartment, 3 blocks from the beach in St. Augustine, Florida. I drove down there. I lived right by the beach. It was freaking phenomenal. I have a very lucrative online business where I get to support amazing women and men, but mainly women become the best possible version of themselves. Like I can't even ask for more. Like exactly what I do every single day in and day out is literally what I was made for. And I'll probably cry right now, but someone recently, I believe that, right? And then one of my clients recently, she said that to me in a comment back on a post. She said, Mandy, you found what you were made for, like what God created you for. And I thought, man, that is so powerful. And it's so true because I know that and I feel that and it highly resonates with me, with what I do. But to hear other people say that to me, and I'm like, wow, like I trust that it shines through that much, right? So, digging deep, healing myself, doing all the things that I've done. And now I'm getting to go to Bali for 2 months. Like, wow, like seriously, still almost mind blown at the whole scenario that I'm going to be in Bali for 2 months. And I want to let you guys know that I've chosen to vlog my experience while I'm over in Bali. So I will be taking my camera. I'm going to be videotaping. I do choose to enjoy, some of it by myself as well, but I'm going to be vlogging my experience. I'm going to be putting it on my YouTube channel. I'll be sharing it on Facebook because I choose to share all this amazing, awesome wonderfulness with all of my people. Seriously, like it's going to be so awesome. So, just from everything that I've been through, from where I was to where I am now, it literally is like a complete turnaround, and it's beautiful. And I know, that you guys have that same exact power inside of you. We all do. So we just get to get clear on what we really choose and desire for our life. And we get to dig deep and we get to put in that effort or that work. And I don't even really like to necessarily say that it's effort or work, because it's almost so beautiful that it really, you can just allow it. You can really just allow it to happen. You don't even have to work hard for it, because it will happen. But my friends are canceling the but, and you get to get clear, though, that is what you choose to do. Like, it's not just going to happen and fall in your lap. It's not going to be the easiest thing, okay? Whenever you have habits and you've been doing something for a really long time, and all of a sudden now you choose to do something different, it literally takes you digging deep and getting clear on what you are choosing to do. That's why, some people do require having a coach. I have a coach. I have several coaches. I've done a lot of programs. I've done retreats. I've done different things, so we require having support of other people, and it's really a beautiful thing. So one of the other things I listed here is stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop playing the victim. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else and saying that it's because their fault, or if your kids would just act right, or if your husband would do this, or if you didn't have that childhood that you had, or if your dad would have been around, or if your mom would have been around, or if somebody would have done something differently for you in your life. Like, no, stop making excuses about all that stuff. Stop making excuses that it's because of something else, because if you keep doing that, your life will never change. So you just get to get clear that you, my friend, get to take full responsibility for your life. You get to step fully into your power. You get to reclaim your authority, reclaim your power, reclaim who you are as a person here on this earth, and fully show up in the world, because you require doing that. You are here for a purpose and a reason. Okay. So your God, source, creator, universe, use whatever word works for you, insert that there, but they created you for a reason. So, he, she, it, they, whatever you worship, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I say God, but some people say stars, universe, infinite intelligence, whatever works for you. Okay. But just realize that you are literally a spirit. You are a soul in a physical body, and you're here for a purpose. You're not just like just this physical human, just blop of bones and blood and flesh. No, you're actually a spirit, and you are a soul, and you're here. You were called for a specific purpose. And I know what I've been called for. And that is why, if you guys only knew how uncomfortable my life is on a daily basis, seriously, like you see me talk about this, I've posted about it. If you require or desire change in your life, number one, you get to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because it's not always easy. It's not always easy. And I choose to make it fun and easy. So that's another affirmation for you. Write that down. When stuff is not working right in your life and you're upset and you feel like giving up and you can't take it anymore, keep telling yourself, I choose to make it fun and easy. I choose to make this fun and easy, right? Because you can, and you can do it, and you can make it through. So, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Realize that if you desire to change something in your life, it's not going to feel comfortable. Because if you were going to stay over here in your comfort zone, then you're not going to be able to change, right? You're never going to be able to grow and change if you're staying in what's comfortable. So, Carissa says, you got me crying. Love you, coach. You're freaking amazing. I appreciate you, sister. I feel my love for you as well. So, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop playing the victim. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else, because when you're pointing the finger at everybody else, you have 3 fingers and a thumb, or 4 fingers, phalanges, whatever you want to call it, pointing back at you. So instead of blaming it on everybody else, because that's the easy way out, you can easily blame it on everybody else. Stop doing that and take responsibility for your life. Seriously, I posted this earlier too, or maybe it was yesterday in the evening, that everything that's showing up in your life is simply a reflection of you. Ooh, truth bomb. Let me take a picture. Let me take a picture. We can take a picture too. Let me take a sip of water. And by the way, this is my little water jug from Walmart. You guys, if you don't have one, get you one. It's less than $3. It's BPA free. It's plastic. It's about 77 ounces. So it's a little more than half a gallon. And I put my pretty little stickers. They're glittery little love and heart stickers, because once again, like I just mentioned at the beginning of this video, about the Japanese scientist, Dr. Emoto, about how he proved that all the way down to a cellular level, that our body hears every single thing that we say and every single thought that we have, right? So he did an experiment where he took a picture of water molecules, and then he took an after picture of water molecules after he had put them, he put words on the bottles. Some of them he, said certain things to, but literally the before and after pictures are pretty phenomenal. So this is like proof that everything that you're saying, everything that you're thinking literally is affecting you down to a cellular level. So I put it on my water jug. I put love and I put the hearts. You can easily take a magic marker and you can write, love, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, joy, gratitude, forgiveness, all those beautiful words. You can put them on your water jug however you choose, or even if you have like a little water bottle every day and you choose to write it on there. But it really does make a difference. So I wanted to show y'all since I was drinking out of it so you would know kind of what that was. So I'm going to go back to this. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop playing the victim. No more irritation about setbacks in your life. Like, I could sit here all day long and I could talk about, man, I coulda, or if I wouldn't have had, depression for 16 years, or if I would have done this instead of done that. If I sit there and live in the past and keep reliving and keep feeling irritation about all the stuff in the past that maybe didn't work out the way that it would have been better or maybe cooler if it would have worked out that way, right? So instead of using your energy and wasting and investing your energy on that, invest your energy in what counts. Invest your energy on what matters, which is changing your mindset in order for you to move forward in your life to become the best possible version of yourself. So, the other thing I wrote here is stop resisting what the universe is trying to show you. Whatever you resist is going to persist. If you're resisting something, that means you're putting a lot of energy into it. And wherever your energy and your attention and your focus goes, or wherever your focus and attention goes, is where you're putting energy. So if you're focusing and bringing your attention to something that really doesn't matter, or that's potentially negative, then chances are you're going to keep having situations, circumstances, and people showing up in your life that's going to keep affirming that to you. So one of the examples I use for that a lot is love. A lot of people do not believe they're worthy of love. They do not believe they're worthy of love. And because they believe that, maybe intellectually or consciously, they don't believe that, right? But somewhere subconsciously, I always refer to subconscious back here because I think of it as being like in the back and in the past, but subconsciously, however it is in our mind, right? Because our mind is literally our brain in action, okay? And we literally can rewire our brain, and we can rewire and change our neurons in our brain by doing mind exercises. So check out Dr. Joe Dispenza if you choose to have more information on that. It's spelled Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza. He does all kinds of seminars and stuff all over the place, and he has testimonials of people coming there with like MS and all kinds of health challenges, and they're in wheelchairs or they're on walkers, and literally by the time his seminar is over, these people are up and like walking halfway across, the seminar, the area, the room, the auditorium, or whatever it is. It's really beautiful. So, our subconscious mind, like I said at the beginning of the video, is responsible for our lives. Okay. So whatever you have going on in your life, it's as a result of your subconscious mind. So if you're choosing to change your life, you require doing the work that it takes to rewire your brain and to change your mind. Okay. So putting in the effort with the affirmations, decrees, mirror work, check out Louise Hay, check out Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can check out Deepak Chopra. I mean, all of these phenomenal people are talking about the same thing that I'm sharing with you right now. And putting in the effort into changing your mindset is literally what's going to transform your life. You can't just sit. So many people are like, God, fix it. I see that post a lot. I see people talking about that a lot. God, fix it. Like you're just waiting. God's not going to just slam down and drop something into your lap. That's not how this life works. We create our reality, okay? I definitely, yes, believe that there's a God, source, creator, universe, but we are responsible for creating our reality. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. You are a soul, you are a spirit, and you're here in this physical body. Everything is energy, including this bottle of water. I mean, yeah, it's a physical item, right? But it's still energy. It's made of energy. So when you can wrap your head around that, you can understand that wherever you focus and wherever you put your attention is where the energy is going to be. And like attracts like. That's why law of attraction, which is a universal law. If you don't know anything about law of attraction, do yourself a favor, Google that. If you've never seen the movie The Secret, that might be a good place for you to start. But everything is energy. So depending on what vibrational frequency you're operating on is going to be what's responsible for showing up in your life. So your life right now is a result of your subconscious mind. Therefore, if you're choosing to change your life, then you require getting really clear on the things that you require to do to change your subconscious mind, which are some of the things I just listed a second ago. So step up. rise up, reclaim your power, your authority, find your inner true strength, your self-love, your self-worth. You don't require anybody else to show that stuff to you. So what I was going to say a second ago, I think I got distracted. Is a lot of times people don't feel worthy of love, right? Maybe they do right now. They feel worthy of love in all these different areas, and consciously and maybe intellectually they feel like they are. But subconsciously, somewhere or another in there, something happened to them when they were a little wee child, and they made up their mind that they just weren't worthy to be loved because I didn't get picked on the kickball team for recess, in first grade or whatever it is. Something happened, Maybe dad came home, you were sitting in front of the TV playing with your toys, and he was having a bad day, and so he's screaming and yelling, get your toys and go to your room. And because when you're a little child like that, you don't have the intellectual capacity to understand, like, well, dad's probably just having a bad day, right? Now in our adulthood, we're able to recognize that. Oh, well, they're probably just having a bad day. We get to love them and we get to let it be okay. And we get to forgive that, right? But when we're little kids, we don't understand that. So potentially somewhere in your very young childhood, you grew up and you maybe had some certain beliefs about yourself that just definitely are not true. So you get to dig deep and figure out what that is. So if you have a lot of challenges in your life with relationships and you don't feel worthy of love, and once again, maybe you're not aware that you're operating out of that. But if you're having a lot of challenges show up in your life, then that simply is just an indication that you get to shift your energy. That's an indication that you get to do some work somewhere to shift your energy for your life to start looking different. So one of the perfect examples would be affirmations and decrees and mirror work. Start telling yourself, I'm worthy to be loved. I love and accept myself. I love and approve of myself. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. These are some affirmations that I say all the time. This has gotten to a point for me since March of 2015 that if for some reason I feel like my mind is idle and I check in for a second about what I'm thinking about, I'm most always 100% thinking something positive, and it's usually some sort of affirmation. It's like it runs in the back of my mind now because I've done so much of this work. I go to bed almost every single night listening to an audio, and it's a universal mind meditation by Kelly Howell. I've shared it a lot here on Facebook. You can find it on YouTube. It's free. But I go to bed almost every single night with those earphones in my ears listening to that meditation. Most of the time I wake back up and then I put my phone on the other side of the room underneath the dresser so it's not right next to me because of electromagnetic frequency waves and how that's obviously not good for our health to have, the interruptions that does to our body and our energies. And our energetic meridians. But in other words, every night I'm putting in that effort. Like every day I take time to stop and meditate. I pray. I say my affirmations. I connect with my God, source, creator, universe. Like pretty much every day, all day. Like I stop and check in and figure out where I'm at. So these are things that you can do to start shifting your life. It's very, very powerful. I promise you, if you just start putting in a little bit of effort, you're going to start noticing some changes. So rise up for yourself and by yourself. Find your true strength and power, which comes from within. It comes from within, inside of you. Once again, you can't look outside of yourself for these things, okay? Activate your own self-healing. If you're dealing with health challenges, get really clear on what's potentially functioning emotionally and let that shit go. If you're hanging on to something, if you had a bad divorce and you're hanging on to something from your ex-wife, your ex-husband, you have a lot of bitterness and anger, forgiveness is the key. Forgiveness, honestly, is the key for pretty much everything. Love and forgiveness, forgiving others, loving them unconditionally, and even also everything in your life. The fastest way to shift your life is to love everything in your life unconditionally, even the shitty stuff, even the stuff that you don't like very much. So once again, I want to jump on here. I'm going to put an article in the comments too that talk about this full moon. Once again, it's the full moon in Virgo. Virgo is the warrior energy, and we're not talking about warrior as in fight. I appreciate you so much, Nancy. Thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up and the love. Hey, what's up, Sarah? I think I just saw your profile picture. We're not talking negativity here. We're not talking about war, warrior, like we're going to war, we want to fight. We're talking about your inner warrior because it's a very beautiful thing. And this is representing your strength and your inner power. So dig deep down in there into your heart, right? Get clear on who you are and what you believe you're here for. Because I promise you, my friend, that you are divine and you're divine perfection. And you're made for a reason, and you're here for a purpose and a reason that only you can fulfill. So if you're a female and you're watching this video, once again, if you have not shared this video yet and you're checking this out, even if it's live or you're catching the replay, please do me a favor and share this video on your timeline, because chances are somebody on your timeline, one of your friends, likely requires hearing this information. You know, you just never know, guys. I think about this a lot. You never know what other people are going through. You might be in the grocery store and sitting right next to someone who has a cancer diagnosis, you know, or maybe they just lost, you know, millions on an investment, or maybe they lost their husband or their wife or their child. I mean, we never know what other people are going through. So just, you know, taking time to share this video will allow me to support others through you. And that is the greatest way that you can show your appreciation for me and for everything that I do, as far as my live Facebook videos and everything else. And I would just really greatly appreciate it. So feel my love and gratitude for all of you guys. Also want to mention too, I have a free closed Facebook group. It's for females only. It's called the 4-Day Emotional Detox Challenge. And so if you're interested in that, there is a link above this video. Just click on it and it will send a member request, and I will approve your member request for the group. And there is a lot of videos in there where I break it down hardcore, talking about a lot of these things that I mentioned tonight that will support you in transforming your life. There's also an assignment in there that can support you in digging deep and stuff like that. And yeah, I love what I do. And that's how I support people, you know, in my free group. Also too, obviously I have one-on-one coaching, I have small group coaching, and I have programs. So if you're interested in that, just check out my website. It's above this video, www.mandyfonville.com. Also too, if you have any challenges with sugar cravings, you can go to my website and download a free little handout that I have that has some recipes for you. If you have sugar cravings, this is something that you can incorporate into your life that can support you. So instead of going out and having ice cream or brownies or cookies or something like that, you can use these recipes instead because they are healthful for you. So Sarah says, love the positivity. We'll share for those who need this in their lives. I appreciate you, Sarah, so much, sister. Nancy says, I just relate and agree with you. Agree with what you are saying. You're awesome. I'm feeling your empathy 20-fold, sister. I appreciate you, beauty. Yeah, I really do love what I do, and I'm super passionate about it. And a lot of times I just wish I could just, you know, support everybody. And this is kind of my way of doing that, is by doing these Facebook Live videos. So I'm still a work in progress. Yeah, sister, you know, we all require continuing to do the work. So it's not just you. Like I said, it's about progress, not perfection. Life is a beautiful journey, and we just get to continue to dig deep and get clear on how we can become the best possible version of ourselves. So there's no condemnation, right? We get to love it. We get to let it be okay. So we get to love ourselves exactly how we are right now, exactly how we look right now. Maybe you're choosing to lose weight and get healthier, but instead of bashing yourself and beating yourself up and looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking ugly, nasty thoughts about yourself, which is not going to get you there, you know, you just get to love yourself. So another thing I want to mention, I know I've said a lot in this video and I wasn't even planning on being here that long. I'm actually at my naturopath's office. I'm getting ready to do the infrared sauna and some other stuff. Oh yeah, check out my nails too. I got the purple glitter. I think I showed y'all in my closed group already, but I love them. They're so beautiful. Purple is actually the chakra here, our crown chakra, which is responsible for our connection with our God, source, creator, universe. So it's a really beautiful thing. And then of course my shirt, and of course my beautiful necklace, which is my rejuvenizer. So yeah, I want to talk to you too really quick. Write this down. There is a movie. Honestly, I think it'd be great for any of you guys to watch, but especially Nancy, since we're on this conversation. It's called What the Bleep Do We Know? Down the Rabbit Hole I Go. So if you just Google search What the Bleep Do We Know? Like it's literally called that. What the Bleep, B-L-E-E-P. What the Bleep Do We Know? Down the Rabbit Hole I Go. It talks about all of the stuff that I talked about tonight. It talks about the water molecules, Dr. Emoto, the Japanese scientist that I keep talking about, and it talks about how literally our thoughts and our words and everything are communicated to our body like down to a cellular level. So it's really great for anybody for any reason at all, but especially anybody who has any kind of self-image challenges or health challenges, et cetera, et cetera. But watching that movie will kind of open up your mind. So will the movie The Secret. That's a beautiful movie. Kim says, I needed to hear this before I start my challenge tomorrow. Mindset the night before, so this helped me. Yeah, absolutely. So I have a 21-day transformation challenge. It's kind of my infamous program that mostly everybody knows about by now. If you don't, just go to mandyfonville.com and check it out. And then I also have a 4-week fast track transformation program where I support people more in depth that have health challenges, support them in cleansing their body, getting off medications, healing their body, digging deep to figure out what's potentially going on with themselves emotionally so that they can get clear on those things. But yeah, I feel my love and appreciation for you guys. Once again, I'm at my naturopath's office. I'm going to show y'all real quick. I'm getting ready to do the infrared sauna and a couple other healing modalities. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this before if you follow me, because I've done other videos, but this is the infrared sauna. It has infrared heat lamps and it can get really hot. Now it's at 120. Well, actually, I think it it started to go down, but I normally do it at 35, at 135. And the thing that's really cool, well, I'll fix that in a minute. Anyway, the thing that's really cool about it is it can get really, really, really hot, but it's not as hot as like a normal sauna that you would see like at the gym or something, where you sit in there and it's so hot that you literally like, you know, you can't take it because it's so hot. So I'm going to do the infrared sauna. I have some self-love sweat sessions tonight. Sarah says health is my biggest issue, so I need to get on board. Yeah, beauty. I highly recommend that you do the 4-week fast track transformation program from some stuff that you and I have discussed. Either way, whatever works with you, whatever resonates, but I'm obviously here to support you, so just let me know. Yeah, so feel my love and appreciation for you guys. I know this video got kind of long. Do me a favor, share this video. Make sure you're signed up too for my live Facebook notifications so you can stay in touch with everything with me and with what I'm doing. Feel my love and appreciation for each and every one of you, and do your full moon ritual tonight. Write down those things that you're choosing to release and let go of, those things that no longer serve you in your life, and just, you know, keep being amazing. I have a lot of live Facebook videos that I've done on my personal page. I also have my public figure page, my trainer Mandy Fonville. So there's a lot of information out there for you. And if you're a female and you are not in my 4-day emotional detox challenge group yet, I highly encourage you to do so. So just click the link above this video and we'll get you rolling. Yes, awesome, ladies. Perfect. Yes, go girl, go Carissa. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. Good night, guys.